I think that being chic is often regarded as an aesthetic, meaning that by purchasing the right products and outfits, chicness can be attained. It's basically a material aspect. And to some extent, it is. Like if you buy the latest trending item in the world of chic, like a silver catch-all tray, for example, we would, as a collective, recognize and identify it as chic because, obviously. But there's a difference between being objectively perceived as chic and subjectively feeling chic. And I realized that the moments where I actually feel the most chic is a combination of the material and immaterial. So I started paying attention to what they were specifically. Starting with innermost clothing. I know. You've heard it before. But the undergarments you wear make a difference. Like whenever I'm wearing nice underwear, I feel like a capital W woman. I especially love darker, lacy, silky, matching pieces. Like when there's intentionality and cohesiveness at my basis level of dressing, that echoes outwards and affects how I move through the world. Plus, it's kind of like a fun little secret that only you know. Ultimately, it just comes down to wearing underwear that you feel your best in. It can be cotton, it can be polka dots, it can be stripes. It doesn't even have to match. All that matters is that it's authentic to you and how you feel in it. Next, elevated loungewear. If you don't have an elevated matching loungewear set or PJs, girl, go get one. The way I feel in a matching set, I don't care if the house is a mess, if there's a million things on my to-do list, or I've just been rotting on the couch for 6 hours. Because when I'm wearing my matching set, I don't know that girl. In fact, I might even help that girl with all the things that she needs to do because I'm just that girl. And I feel that way because there's a sense of self-respect and love that comes with purposefully and solely dressing for yourself at home when there's no one in the audience but you. And that's chic. Continuing with intentional dressing, I cannot emphasize enough the difference I feel when I work out in a cute outfit versus in a baggy, unflattering tee that I just pulled out of nowhere and random shorts that don't even match. Wearing an intentional workout outfit that I feel good in makes all the difference in me wanting to work out and making sure that the workout is completed at its fullest potential versus just slogging through it, because I also feel like a slog. Like I feel so much more motivated, present, a reservoir of I got this when I'm working out and it's hard. I'm doing that last rep where the weight is heavier and I'm just like, I don't got this, but put me in a cute set and girl, I got this. I love wearing perfume at home. I genuinely love it. And I used to not always be this way. I used to have the mindset that perfume was something to be saved for outside, right? Like it's not something I would waste on myself because, you know, it's expensive. A bottle can range from like $40 all the way up to like a couple hundreds of dollars, and I just thought it was too precious. I had a scarcity mindset when it came to using perfume. I think that changed just kind of all of a sudden when I got this perfume that I really, really like, and it's not expensive at all. It's Ariana Grande's God Is a Woman. I was just obsessed, and I was like, I want to smell this more often. Like I don't want to just smell it when I go outside. And I think that was just kind of like the turning point, the change in thought process that started to form in my head that I am worthy. I also deserve to smell this for myself and not for others. There's no outside observer or perceiver. I am the only perceiver that matters, and that has value. So I started wearing it at home, and it's been so lovely. It's been so lovely to just spray it on and just smelling it wherever I go in the house. I just feel so much more put together, and I think it really grounds me and serves to affirm that I matter. I think a statement shoe is so chic. I'm talking statement in the sense that the rest of your outfit can be completely plain, just a plain white t-shirt and blue jeans, throw on a poppin' shoe, and you've got yourself an outfit. You've got yourself some chic. It's the marriage of predictability and unpredictability. For the longest time, the color palette for my closet has been just black, white, navy, maybe cream if I was feeling spicy. But recently I've been trying to incorporate more color and in a controlled, intentional way where it serves as like a statement. So what I have done, it is groundbreaking. I have bought green shoes, specifically the green gazelles, and I love those shoes. It just needs to be something that serves as a pattern interrupt from the rest of the outfit. I say shoes because shoes are easy for me. You know, you have to wear shoes when you go outside, I hope. Because I have to wear them anyways, they just serve as a constant pattern interrupt among the rest of my outfits. But I think anything that serves as a statement for you can work. Statement jewelry, a bracelet stack. It can be that you're wearing a plain top and you have a statement bottom, like a printed skirt or cool jeans. Whatever it is, it's a pattern interrupt from the rest of your outfit. And the final material object that makes me feel chic is a good pair of sunglasses. A good pair of sunglasses can make you feel like there is a secret that only you and 5 other people in the world know about. To the outside world, you may look like everyone else, but behind those sunglasses, you know you're somebody. You know that the fate of the world is resting behind those sunglasses. Now, for me personally, the sunglasses that make me feel that way look kind of like these, but it just needs to resonate with you. It just needs to speak to the unlived parallel universe life you had as a CIA agent, running alongside Tom Cruise and Daniel Craig saving the world. And it works the other way around. I think we recognize the sunglass effect on other people. You can't tell me that Robert Downey Jr. isn't chic. Like, look at him. Okay, on to the immaterial things. I would like to think of myself as a spontaneous person who values flexibility, but I have to admit that I love my morning and night routine. And best bet, I'm sticking to it, okay? My morning and night routines make me feel so controlled in a good way. It really does set me up for success both the day of and the next day. Overall, I feel so organized. I feel like my thoughts are organized, my day is organized, my energy is organized. And that's chic to me because to me, chicness is controlled. It's not chaotic. It's purposeful and structured. And I think my morning and night routines allow me to have that kind of structure where I'm not kind of spilling out of my own container. There's a flow and rhythm to my energy, attention, my efforts, and that is chic. Continuing with the theme of organization, being on time and organized. I genuinely try to make an effort to get to places on time, if not early. And by early, I don't mean like 20 minutes, 30 minutes in advance. I mean like 5-10 minutes to give yourself some leeway and time to settle in. I think being on time is a sign of respect to the other party. It's demonstrating that you're cognizant that you're just a small part or a sliver of their day. So part and parcel with being on time is being organized. You know, being able to remember all your engagements, all your important dates, the deadlines. Like when you think about the people you know in your life, the people who forget that you were supposed to meet up with them, or the people who are always late, the people who forget things that are important to you, like that's not chic. It's ensuring that your word is worth something. It's not something that you say and people are just gonna hand wave it away because your track record shows otherwise. So for me, the way I do that is by Google Calendar. My Google Calendar has my entire life. It has all my appointments. It has all my catch-up calls to friends and family. It has household things that need to get done, and when I last did them. It has birthdays. It has everything. But I do that because I've learned over time that my brain is fallible. My memory is not great. So instead of relying on my brain to do something that I know it can't or struggles to do, I outsource it. So I use a tool to help me overcome my default state and ensure that I'm not scrambled, I'm not rushing, I know where everything is, I know where things are going. It helps me to control and direct my attention and efforts in a productive way. So this one I do mainly when I'm outside the home. It's typically in situations where I don't feel my best. Maybe I'm wearing an outfit that I don't feel the most comfortable in. It's kind of just pinching in areas, or it feels just too tight, or maybe it's too baggy, it's unflattering. Maybe, you know, I haven't washed my hair, so I feel like extra not clean or something. And what I do is I fix my posture. I'll put my shoulders back, try to align my head and ears with my shoulders, almost as if like an invisible string is pulling me up from the spine, from the top of my head. I'll try to walk taller. My steps have more decisiveness when I walk. If I'm sitting with alertness. And that makes all the difference, truly. Like, all of a sudden, I feel good, I feel confident, I feel like I have agency, I've got something to say in this world, my words matter. When I do this, I feel taller as a person, as a personality. I feel there's a vibrancy to me, and that's chic. And finally, something super unsexy but has really helped me in caring for myself as an adult is meal planning. Not prepping, meal planning. So what that means is at the start of every week and prior to every grocery shopping session, I know exactly what I'm gonna eat and buy that week. So I plan for my meals by taking into account last week. So let's say that this week I wanna have for dinner a creamy pasta and a hearty stew, a hearty tomato stew. So that means that the ingredients I'll need are probably like heavy cream, tomato paste, maybe some kind of vegetable like a potato. Let's say I buy all those things that I need for those recipes that week when I go to the grocery store, and at the end of the week I have some leftover heavy cream, tomato paste, potatoes. So what I'll do at the start of the next week is I'll try to find a way to make it fit into next week so that there's no food waste, and I'm also not wasting my money as well on half-used ingredients. That's also not to say that I have to use those ingredients next week. I'll try to freeze them sometimes if I don't want to eat that ingredient that next week, or if the ingredients themselves are conducive to freezing, unless they're like a potato. But yeah, when I meal plan, I feel really good about the food that I'm making and eating. I feel efficient. I feel like I'm being thoughtful in my consumption, in that I'm not over consuming ingredients and chucking them in the trash when I realize that I never used up the rest of it, because I feel so awful. I genuinely feel so awful when I have to toss perfectly good ingredients that I know I could have used but just forgot about or never got around to. Also, I save money that way. It's financially responsible because every time I go to the grocery store, I know exactly what I'm getting. There's no deviating. There's some room for wants, of course. I always get a little snack, I always get a little treat, but for the most part, it's controlled. It's like mini tunnel vision when I get to the grocery store. I know exactly which aisles I'm going to. I have my list. I feel so much better and less anxious knowing what I'm gonna eat for the rest of the week. And then you don't have to rely on like delivery apps or takeout either, because there's no question of like, what am I gonna eat today? Like, girl, you know, you've got a meal plan. So that is how I feel chic and grown up.